Hey there, Danielle Matthews here. I'm coming to you live from Florida. Today is Monday, which means it's book club day, and we are in the midst of reading Wisdom Untethered. If you are new to my content and myself, I help people find peace amidst the chaos of life and the chaos in our own mind, and book club is a part of all of this. So book club is helpful because we always are choosing books. This is our second one by Michael Singer that's helping us to access that still silent space beyond our mind. Okay, and this book is very, very powerful in helping guide us there. And we are just starting chapter 4, Witness Consciousness. Hey, Charlotte, good to see you. Hey, Tina, good to see you. So let's just dive right in. This has been a fantastic book. It's a Q&A, so it's okay if you haven't been with us before. If you're just like, this is your first time watching, totally fine. Everything is relevant every moment. Each question, I think we will find either it's a question you've pondered, wondered, or didn't even know you wanted to ask, but are looking forward to the answer. So chapter 4, Witness Consciousness, he says, there's a place inside of you that has never been disturbed by anything that's ever happened. Think about your life. Think about all the things that have occurred in your life, the ups, the downs, the trials, the tribulations, everything. What he's saying is there's a space inside of you, a centered part in there, that has never been disturbed by any of it. He says it doesn't get anxious, it doesn't get excited, it simply sees. It simply sees. That is a place of your true self, the seat of witness consciousness. I love the analogy of thinking, like over the weekend, I just cooked this really yummy like Indian recipe. It was dal. It's very good. And I was thinking about the pot that I was cooking in. And that pot has had so much put in it, over the years. And this was the first time that, this dal had ever been cooked in it. But previously, pasta had been cooked in it, rice had been cooked in it, stir fry had been cooked in it, so many different vegetables, so many different meats, all these things have been cooked in it. The pot is the example of witness consciousness. That container that is there before, during, and after any of the food that went in. Okay, what Mickey is getting at in this book, what witness consciousness is that part of you that is the container, that is the one that is seeing all the experiences that are coming through, the highs, the lows, the births, the deaths, the birthday parties, the graduations, the everything in between that has happened in your life. There is a seer that is seeing it all. And that part of you is not diminished or destroyed or impacted by any of the things. It's like the pot is not impacted by anything that comes in or out of it. It's there. It gets cleaned out and it's fine, right? That's the example, that I would use if you're not familiar with witness consciousness. Okay. He says, most people spend their lives lost in the voice in their own head, reacting to thoughts and emotions as if they were real, but they are not. You are not that voice. That would be like the pot saying, oh, it's dal. Oh, I'm stir fry. Oh, I'm meat. Oh, I'm pasta. Like, it's not those things. It's holding those things, right? It might appear to take on the form of those things momentarily when it's inside, but it's not that. It's the thing containing it. It's the thing holding space for it. And that's what he's saying. You are not your thoughts. The thoughts are coming and going. The emotions are coming in and out. You're the one there witnessing everything that's flowing through. And he says, you are the one who hears it. In this chapter, we'll explore your questions about what it means to live from that deeper place, the place where you can watch the mind without getting pulled into the mind. That is the goal. Observe emotion without being consumed by the emotion. Experience life without trying to constantly control life and shape it into the way that you want. Witness consciousness is not something you create. It's who you already are. The moment you stop clinging to the noise, you fall back into the clarity of simply being. All right, that is what witness consciousness is all about. Any questions with it? Does everybody get a sense of what it is? All right, no comments. I'm going to assume we're good. So, question number 1 that was asked. How do I cultivate focus and witness consciousness in my daily life? I loved the answer to this. It was not what I was expecting him to say. He says, to cultivate more awareness in your daily life, you don't simply force yourself to concentrate harder. You don't need to force yourself to meditate longer, right? He says that's not how it works. You cultivate more awareness by letting go of what's distracting your awareness. Such an interesting concept. Letting go of what's distracting you is going to allow you, it's like the pot stopping just obsessing with whatever's inside of it at the moment and letting go of that. It's the same for us. He says, you cultivate more awareness by letting go of the thing that's distracting your awareness. That's the key. You're already capable of being completely present and walking through life with total clarity. That's who you are. It takes no effort. It's just how it is. That's the truth of your own nature. You don't have to strive or try to be there. You have to let go of the stuff that's cluttering your ability to be there. It's like the pot saying, how do I become more of a pot? You don't need to. Just stop getting distracted by the contents of the pot and realize you're a pot. There's no trying. You're just there. Once you realize it, you're there. All right. What's keeping you from being there is being distracted and attached to and having commentary around the stuff that's inside of it. Does that make sense? It says, you can do that right now, but something is distracting you from it. Something inside keeps pulling your attention away. It's like the contents of the container, right, are pulling you. The thoughts, the emotions, the commentary in there is pulling you away from that being that you are. And that's the problem. And Mickey points out so perfectly. He says, instead of fighting for more focus, work on letting go of what's taking your focus. So instead of trying harder, hey Lou, good morning. Instead of trying harder to become the pot, let go of identifying with the doll, with the, meat, with the pasta, with the stuff that's in there, with the emotions, with the opinions, with the commentary. Let go of that. And then as a byproduct, you fall back and naturally are there. He says, life is constantly giving you opportunities to see this. You get in your car and suddenly you're worried about getting a flat tire because last week your friend got one. Why? There's no greater probability of getting a flat tire now than any other time that you've driven. But your mind has grabbed onto this past experience and it's projecting it into the current life situation. This is where we all get stuck. Our mind goes, well, I had this experience. This thing used to be in my container and it might be there again and it was in somebody else's and I don't want it to happen in mine. And it's projecting the past into the now and creating a mess of things, right? He says, that's the moment to practice being present, remaining in witness consciousness. Don't fight the thought, just calmly notice it and let it go, right? The concept of pratyahara is withdrawal. Just withdraw from it. You're not suppressing it and telling it to go away. You're not having an opinion about it. You're just going, wow, isn't that interesting? I tend to laugh. Like, it's just what happens for me. I tend to laugh when I notice my mind trying to pull me into some worry, some story, some fear, some something. And I just go, oh my God, look at the mind doing what it's doing. You laugh and you let it go, right? That's the key. That is the key. You don't push it away. You don't try and make your thoughts different. You just go, look at the mind doing its thing. All right. Letting go is not just for the big things in your life. It's a powerful technique for building awareness moment by moment. Every moment of the day is an opportunity to do this. Another opportunity, another opportunity, another opportunity. Okay. You can always find situations where you're about to react. What do we mean by reactions? Like, what are the things that come into your container most? Put it in the chat. Is it worry? Is it anxiety? Is it fear? Is it frustration? Is it stress? Is it inner tension? Is it judgment? Like, what's the stuff that comes into your container? This is moment by moment. I don't like what they said. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like how they talk to me. Whatever, right? This is the stuff. This is the stuff. And this is where we need to slow down and go, okay, this all sounds good. But no, these are the things that feel very real because when they come up in you, they feel justified, they feel warranted. Pooja says, overwhelm. Yeah, overwhelm. And Tina says too many to type in. Yeah, this is the stuff. So moment by moment, you're getting the opportunity to go, oh, frustration is here. Oh, overwhelm is here. Let me just see that for what it is and drop back and know that I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not all these things. I am the space behind these things. I can witness the overwhelm and let it move through. Okay? take a moment, he says, to let go of the pull that the negative thought or feeling has on your awareness. It will pull you in, overwhelm, right? You can cycle down into that. Oh my gosh, there's too much going on. And then the more you think about it, the more anxious you get. And then all of a sudden you're like freaking out and you've gotten nothing done and you've wasted another hour, worrying about the stuff that you're overwhelmed feeling. Okay, so just as an example, he says, practice relaxing and releasing. That is how you cultivate awareness. It's not about controlling your mind. It's about releasing the things that steal your focus in the first place. It's about the container going, I don't need to get so obsessed with the broccoli that's in here right now. I need to just let the broccoli be here, knowing it's eventually going to go. I'm the thing here before, during, and after it. Rest back in that space. That space is never anxious. It's never overwhelmed. It's never frustrated. It's never anything. It just is. It is completely neutral. Completely neutral, which is a place that you can live from and you can access. He says, right now, this very second, you are capable of being fully present. The only problem is that you're getting involved in your distractions rather than releasing them. You're involved in all of the thinking about all of the things that you got to do that's making you overwhelmed, or all the people that said the things that are making you frustrated. You're so involved in that, you're not releasing that. You're forgetting the practice of letting go. Oh, look, frustration is here. Okay, and let it go. Right? Every moment of your life presents an opportunity to let go of something that's distracting your awareness from remaining fully present. If you commit to letting go, the expansion of your consciousness will take care of itself. There's nothing you have to do except stop getting distracted by the things that are pulling you away from you. The pot is already a pot. It doesn't have to do anything to be more of a pot. It needs to stop thinking it's the contents. So you need to stop thinking about the thinking about and let go of it. And then you'll find yourself. Okay? How's question 1? It's a good question, right? These questions, I'm telling you, they're like questions that if you haven't asked, it's like once they're asked, you're like, yeah, exactly. How do you do that? And I'm telling you, Mickey, like he has spent his life's work is all around this stuff. And he's so good and so clear. I find him very clear in his answers. And you can tell he speaks from having walked the path himself. And he says these things, I'm sure, as much to you as he reminds himself of it, right? When you teach it, it goes more. Yeah, mic drop, exactly. It's so good. All right. What is the concept of falling behind things that you teach about? This is the question to Mickey. And this again, I think is a concept like in yoga, they call it pratyahara, withdrawal. This is the concept. How do I let go? How do I stop obsessing about the overwhelm and the frustration and all the stuff that's in my container? How do I do that? He says, when something negative happens in life, you immediately feel a reaction inside. You feel guilt. You feel shame. You feel embarrassment. The natural tendency is to resist the experience because it doesn't feel good. I'm embarrassed. Oh gosh. I want to resist feeling embarrassed. I want to go fix things so I don't have to feel embarrassed. No. Be embarrassed. Anything wrong with being embarrassed? Let embarrassment be there. Drop back. Don't get involved in it. Right? Don't get involved in it. He says you might even suppress it, rationalize it, or act in response to whatever's coming. But all of that is just avoiding what's actually happening inside of you. The key is to become aware of what you are experiencing. Before you react or suppress, just notice what you are feeling. That moment of awareness is witness consciousness, and it is everything. That's the master key. That's the master key that unlocks life. When you go, oh, I'm not embarrassed. Embarrassment is just here. I don't have to suppress it. I don't have to avoid it. I don't have to make it all better. I just have to go, wow, I'm embarrassed. And there that is. And create the space. You disidentify from it. You realize I'm not that thing. That thing is just here right now. And it's going to move through. You disidentify from it and you've created space. So now you can figure out from a neutral place, not from an embarrassed place, right? If we try to do something from an embarrassed place, we probably make it worse. If we step back, we don't get emotionally involved in the embarrassment, and you go, oh, embarrassment is here. Okay, let me breathe through that for a minute. Now let me think about what I can do. Then you can step forward clearly, right? It's like watching someone that's public speaking that like their microphone's not working. And embarrassment is like the first thing to come. What am I doing wrong? I look stupid, whatever. And you'll watch some people fall apart. Like their face gets red, they start sweating, they don't know what to do. And you have other people just like, they have the momentary like of embarrassment, and then you can tell they breathe and they go, okay, well, what can I do? They can make a joke about it. They can just say, well, I'm going to project. I don't need a microphone. they roll with the situation, even though the natural thing to feel is embarrassment. It's natural to feel that, but it doesn't have to pull you in a direction of you act from it, right? You're able to just act. Is this making sense? All right, so what should you do when you notice your reaction? What do you say, guys? What do you do when you notice the reaction coming up? Nothing. You do nothing. Okay? You do nothing. You don't fight it. You don't try to make it go away. That's what the personal mind wants to do. Okay? It wants to control everything. The real work is at the level of consciousness. Instead of engaging with the feeling, relax around it. Let it be there. It's not about fixing what you're feeling, the energy that's moving through, the energy that's flowing in. It's not about fixing that. It's about changing your relationship to it. Embarrassment can be here, and I can go, oh wow, this is embarrassing. And then rather than getting pulled into it, falling into that, I can go, okay, well, and then move forward. All right, that's what it's talking about. While the embarrassment is there, you are not the energy. You don't have to be that energy. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not any of those things. Stop identifying with them. He says, you're the one who's noticing it. If you stop resisting and just allow the energy to rise up and pass through, you will begin to notice that you are behind the energy you are experiencing, right? If something makes you anxious, you're like social anxiety, right? Something's coming over to the house. You're going into an event and you feel yourself getting anxious so much so that you're talking yourself out of going or telling the people you need to cancel. Whatever's happening, you can feel it physiologically in your body. What this is about is going, I'm not that. That's just energy. I don't have to obsess and identify with that. I can make space from it and go, oh, look, the body's feeling anxious right now. You're not that. You're not the anxiety. You're the thing seeing the anxiety, and you can rest back as the seer, neutral to the fact that the anxiety is there. Let it rage, let it do its thing, but don't let it pull you down into it. That's the key. Told you, master key. Master key. All right, you're the one noticing it. If you stop resisting and allow the energy to rise up and pass through, you will begin to notice that you are behind the energy that you're experiencing. You are the experiencer. It is the experience. You are the pot. It is the contents of the pot. All right, eventually the distance between subject and object becomes great enough that you are no longer relaxing away from the experience. You are relaxing into the experiencer. That's the essence of falling behind. So you're not having to relax with the anxiety. You're literally relaxing into that blissful, peaceful backdrop. You can live in that blissful, peaceful backdrop. It's possible. Mickey lives there. I've met him many times. He's very good friends with Amrit Desai, who is my neighbor, 93-year-old, enlightened being. And I can tell you, it's possible to live in that space. But emotions come, and they're dropped quickly. They come and they're dropped quickly back to that space. Because once you've accessed that space, you're like, this is the best place ever. I will never disturb this, right? I just want to live from here. I want to bathe in this. I want to be there because it is the most blissful. Once you've touched it, all you want to do is go back there and you realize it's not worth it to get pulled into all the stuff. Okay, he says, this mind thinks it should be doing something with this energy, but all that does is reinforce the fact that you can't handle it. So your mind, right, when emotions come in, anxiety comes in, for example, overwhelm comes in, for example, frustration comes in, for example, your mind thinks, I need to manage this, I need to control this, I need to get rid of this, I need to sort this out. And the truth is, you don't. What he's saying is, no, that's just the experience. You're the experiencer. You don't have to change the experience. You need to remember you're not the experience. It's like watching a movie and some crazy stuff is happening in the movie. You know you're not the movie, and so you're not getting upset about it, right? You know you're the one watching it, and so you can disengage from it. Same thing, okay? He says, if you fight with it, if you suppress it, if you try to analyze it, you have engaged with it. You have therefore strengthened it. If you relax and let it move through, it will release, right? Even resistance, even analysis, even talking about it brings it energy. We want to withdraw from it. Okay, that's how you release it. You don't have to get rid of it. You just have to be willing to relax and handle the discomfort. This is something in my inner mastery community. The students that I work with there, we were talking about this idea of tapas. It's this idea of burning, sitting with the discomfort that it starts to burn. There is a heat to this. You have to be willing to be slightly uncomfortable while the anxiety burns away, while the overwhelm burns away, while the frustration burns away. You just let it burn. And it burns itself out. It's like a kid having a temper tantrum. You let them throw it. And then when they stop throwing it, they've exhausted themselves out of it, right? And now you can move forward from a clean slate. Over time, you'll start to notice that what used to disturb you just doesn't anymore. You don't have to carry it all inside of you. This is how you let go of it. This is how you stop carrying like that backpack of rocks, all this emotional baggage and burden. Just put down the backpack, guys. You have the choice. You can. Let it out. All right. This is what it means to fall behind things. You are not lost in the disturbance. You are simply letting it pass through while you remain seated in awareness. That is how you let go. That is how you free yourself. The container just stays being the container. It doesn't care if you're putting fish in there or rice in there or pasta in there or broccoli in there or dal in there. It doesn't care. It just lets it be there. And then it moves on because it knows I'm experiencing this right now and tomorrow I'm going to experience something else, and that's just the way of life. And so why get all spun up by whatever's in here right now? High five in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat if you're like, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you, master key. This, if you get this, you unlock life. Moment by moment, you will liberate yourself and you will be free of the opinions of other people, of the things of this world that are going on. Like you literally, this is liberation. Yes, Tina's got 2 hands up. That's right. Double high fives. All right. Next question. Charlotte too. Love it. I don't see how my personal life is not personal. I accept that events outside of my influence are impersonal, but how does this apply to my immediate life, like my family, my work, or my belongings? How do I not get drawn into those things, right? Our children, our pets, our work, these things, right? It's a good question, right? They formulate these questions and you go, yeah, I'm glad somebody asked that. I wonder that too. Okay, so what does Mickey say? He says, thanks for asking your beautiful question about the statement that things are not personal. To begin with, from the point of view of the conscious witness, nothing is personal. Woo. It's all just what you are experiencing. All clouds are the same. They are clouds. But if one reminds you of when you were flying a kite with your dad, that cloud becomes personal. Obviously, the cloud is no different than any other cloud, but you took it personally, so it seems personal. Personal is something your mind did to the cloud after it came into your psyche. It's a magic trick that our mind does. It makes the comment somebody said personal. You know, I've come to learn the comments and the things that people say to you, they are actually just showing you more about that person. They are helping you understand where that person's mind is, emotional state is, maturity level is, like limitations, limiting beliefs are. It's not saying a thing about you, okay? It is just their view of what's happening, all right? But we all personalize it. We take these things and we make it personal. It's the magic trick that's making us all suffer, is that our mind can magically do this. He says, this is a difficult subject because we are not ready to look at things objectively. We are very invested in the personal mind. It's very hard to go, oh, well, it's my sister. Yes, it's your sister in this role in this lifetime acting this part of this movie out. But you are more than that. All right, it's tricky. He says the first step is to understand, at least intellectually, that personal is something our mind does in the moment, and it does it in creation simply by whatever is unfolding in front of us, making it personal to us. All right, when you learn to transcend the personal, everything becomes miraculous, simply because it even exists. In this environment, a total openness, true unconditional love, and peace take over where personal used to. You will love things more. You will connect with people, things, the environment, places more when you transcend the personal. When you realize, holy cow, not only am I more than just this, Yes, this person is my sister in this life, but I'm connected. Like that witness consciousness is connected to the whole consciousness. And so you're part of everything. The environment, the animals, the people, everything is connected. And when you're able to access that, you have a deep love, and it's unconditional love for all of it. It is deeper than all the personal stuff that you're making so intense right now. Yes. Yes and yes. All right, we got time for one more. Question number 4. If you sit in witness consciousness all the time, do you stop experiencing human emotions such as love, fear, and worry? Well, we kind of just got there with the last comment. No, you'll actually experience all of it more deeply. But let's see what Mickey says. He says, when you sit in a state of witness consciousness, you absolutely do experience emotions. Witnessing and experiencing are actually the same thing. When you sit in the state of awareness, you fully experience the world around you. I would say you experience it more fully. You actually see what's going on. You see and understand people better than they understand themselves because you're so fully present and connected. He says, you will fully experience the world around you as well as the thoughts in your mind and the emotions in your heart. You let it all come and go without clinging to it or resisting it. That's the key. He says, the distinction, though, between being in the seat of the witness versus lost in the personal mind lies in what you find yourself doing with what you are experiencing. Are you doing the magic trick or not, right? In the seat of witness consciousness, you are no longer reacting to your inner experiences, judging them as good or bad, or storing them inside. You're just witnessing them. You're not creating more problems. You're not getting traumatized or upset about anything that's happening. You're just going, oh, look at that. You cease to create an alternate reality in your personal mind. I love that. It is an alternate reality. That's why you can have 10 people witness something and all of them come away with something different. This is why eyewitness accounts are so hard, because people are all seeing it jaded through their lens, through their perspective, through their mindset, through their emotions, through their past experiences. It's emotional memory stress, right? That's there. PTSD. I don't remember where I was. He says, in the seat of conscious awareness, you are no longer reacting, judging them as good or bad or storing them inside of you. You cease to create this alternate reality in your personal mind of what you want or don't want to be happening. Ironically, you will find that in that state, every experience will have touched you more deeply because you're no longer pushing your experiences away and clinging to keep them. Your capacity to experience life increases. When you increase this connection to your witness consciousness, you can take in more, you can receive more. You're not spending energy clinging to how you want things to be or how they should be or thinking about what somebody said to you. None of it. You're just there for the ride. It's like a dog. My dog, he's right here. He's just happy all the time, right? He's like, what are we doing today? I'm happy today. We're here today. He's totally present. He's totally engaged in whatever is right now. Right? He's not thinking about what's going to happen in 30 minutes. He's not thinking about yesterday. He's like, right here, right now, this is great. That's witness consciousness, right? He's just not conscious that he's doing that. He's just still in touch with his intuition. He never lost it. He doesn't have an ego mind like we do. So he says, this state of awareness is not a dry, cold place where you don't feel emotions, right? You're not blocked off. There's no wall up. There's no protective layer. There's no nothing. You're fully immersed in it. No boundaries, nothing, none of that. You don't need it. He says, it is a vibrant, beautiful place where all emotions are permitted to come and go, leaving you clear and fulfilled. Over time, because you are not resisting and storing lower emotions, the higher energy flows of love, inspiration, and all will naturally replace the more reactive human emotions. So the more you let go, you're creating space, and what gets filled in are higher vibrational feelings. And you live in a blissful state. I have watched Mickey, I've watched Amartya Sai, Guru Dev, I've watched people be able to live in that space. And it's like, what else should we do with our lives? It sounds like the place we should be going. And we can use our work and our relationships as these places, these laboratories, these classrooms to help us practice these things so that we can go there, right? These people, Mickey is just, He's untethered the wisdom, and he's walked the path, and he's ahead of it. And he's like, hey guys, this is what to look for, and this is what you're going to see, and these are all really good questions, and this is how you should navigate it, and this is how I've had success. And you can too, right? And it's not complicated. I think that's the beauty of why I love these teachings and the Eastern philosophy that I study. It's so simple. It is just a lightning strike straight to the truth. And when you're ready to hear it, you'll hear it. And until then, it might not make much sense. Okay? So we will be back next week continuing this chapter. Guys, integrate this. Read this again and again. This is like a manual for life. And you could just contemplate one of these questions for your lifetime and go deep on it, and it will change you. So appreciate you being here. I love having these conversations with you, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.